The NFL season kicks off in just 3 weeks, which means we need to decide our draft order for the Superflex Fiends fantasy football season. I was going to switch it up this year and open 12 Pokemon packs. Whoever had the highest value card got the first pick, so on and so forth. But when it gets down to the decimal amount, it gets a little bit challenging. So we're going back to old reliable and having 12 Call of Duty bots decide our fantasy football draft order. Again, this is going to be team deathmatch up to 100 eliminations. Each of us will be represented by a bot. Whoever's bot has the highest eliminations after the match gets the #1 overall pick, and so on and so forth. How we're deciding the representation is in order from last year's standings after the regular season, and we're just going to go top to bottom. There is no advantage for anybody. This is completely randomized. This is all just 12 bots assigned to one of us. Whoever has the highest eliminations gets it done. There are no weapon advantages, nothing. Everything is all even, so there shall be no complaining from the league. Let's go with a rundown of who will be representing who. Pesky Median, represented by Gotza. Kearns with Henley, your league champion from last year. Myself, the commissioner, has Davies representing him. Gino with Carlton. You might have to do the Carlton and send us a video because that's your guy. D-Hack with Dory from Finding Nemo. JDM has Kotari. Then let's scroll down a little bit here. Next up, Bernheim will be representing Jay Lloyd. The Jokers with Kendall. Skimp with Medved. Witness has Cannon, Irishman with Demers, and lastly, of course, the worst fantasy football player that I know, last place in the league last year, Amsler, represented by Park. Without further ado, let's hop into this. I'm so stoked for the football season. We are back on Rust, the nostalgic map. I'm going to have all the comms for you. Let's get a cheers of a caramel latte to get this thing going. And somehow, some way, I muted my microphone during this transition, but all I was saying was, hopefully everything worked this time, because the first time I tried to run this and record it, the camera was underneath the map, just like inside of a player. Would have been terrible to watch, so we switched out of that game within like 10 seconds, got out of it, reset everything, got everyone assigned accordingly, and right back into the action. Luckily, my mic does come back up here in a few seconds, so it's not just a voiceover the whole video. We're coming back here. And a couple of kills go out. We need to switch things over here, and we find Carlton hop on board with Gino, the championship runner-up last season, 1-1, and he pulls off a shredder, a snap onto Bernheim, and Gino is frying 3 kills to start the match. Demers on the red team, 4-2, gonna hop on board with him. The leader in the clubhouse right now, Irishman, looking to change things up, and a memory to all of you that there are keeper throwbacks this season, so this is very important of where you're going to draft. Park #7 looking for his first kill of the match. He goes 0-3. Davies sitting at 3-4. That is your commissioner. Want to pick up some kills and get some traction. The first round feels ever so important this season. A 19-15 game. Blue team leads it. Demers is absolutely having himself a match. Irishman with 7 kills. Hop on board with Cannon. And that is representing our guy Witness, going down and falling there. Not much break in the action thus far in this team deathmatch. 24-19. Blue team on top. Kendall finds one. Looking for Davies. Hits the shots. And a 4-4 start for Kendall. And that is big news if you are the Jokers. Everybody looking to improve, make changes to their team this year. Hop on board with Dory representing D-Hack, and he goes down. Gotza, just 2 kills, needs to pick it up. And that is Pesky Median. He's going to say it's rigged. 2 kills for Gotza. That is not where you want to be. He has to give back Lamar Jackson and A.J. Brown this year. Finally picks up a couple, tries to wallbang a car. No idea what he's doing there. Flick over to the red team. Demers is still on a run. Irishman looking like he wants the first pick this year. Medved firing through containers. All-out action. Skimp in a couple of leagues with this guy trying to make trades in Dynasty, but looking to secure the #1 overall pick in Superflex Fiends. And Medved putting shots in, trying to stay up, but Kotari puts him down, and let's hop on board with Kotari, the #1 player on the blue team. We find him just 6-8, and everyone's in the mix right now. This is a tight race. Gotza at the bottom with 5, but everybody else getting into the action. We're about the halfway point, and it's almost a tie game here. If you need to follow your player in the minimap, look at the bottom left corner of the screen. You'll be able to find him. Gonna hop off Katari, go back to Davies and Dory, who are in on the action. Dory finds one, can't get the other, and the blue team pushing up. Davies finds his 9th and goes down. Henley trailing back. Cannon sitting in a corner, waiting for anything to happen. He needs to bring the action and not just sit back and wait for it. That is Witness camping in the corner. We know that was a problem for Amsler last year. Kendall firing, and he goes down. Let's check on board with Park, and that is Amsler, the biggest loser from a season ago. Looks for the drop shot, can't figure it out, and Amsler might actually be controlling that player, because I played some video games with him today. Shot was a little shaky, not too good, and his computer player doing the same, but he picks up a kill this time around. Now Medved fighting through propane, shots onto one, hip firing at the propane tank. Henley, can he win the fight? What a battle. Medved, Henley, who's it gonna be? Where are the shots going? Medved goes down, and a big play by Henley, and Henley is the overall leader, tied with Kendall. What a battle that was. 15 eliminations for each of them, and we are tied 71-70. Now it was 70-70. Henley getting shots off, and it looks like he's gonna have the #1 overall pick. Davies getting into the fray, taking shots from Kendall, and Medved not gonna pick up another one there. Gino with Carlton in the back of the action. We need to find the red team. Cannon still just camping out in the spawn, and Bernheim, J. Lloyd getting up and active. He is firing him, Skimp, Jokers, all of them going after it, and we need to hop on board with somebody who we haven't quite seen yet, and that is JDM. Looking to have a battle. Where is JDM? Kotari up at the top of the blue team. 13 eliminations, and he's about to be in a fight here. Picks up one, can't get the second. 87-86. This is the closest game that we've had. Gotza and Cannon at the bottom of the leaderboard. They want to crawl out of that spot, although the turn is not a bad spot to be. But when quarterbacks are getting thrown back into the first round, it gets challenging. 24 eliminations for Kendall. 95-91. Blue team on top. Who's going to have the finisher? 98-93. Looks like the blue team will finish things off. Henley, Davies, Dory. Who's it going to be? I don't know who gets the final, but the blue team in an action-packed match gets it done and takes down the red team. We are going to keep everything here. Look at the after-action report, and that was the closest it's been. Henley with 23 eliminations on the game. This is going to be a big fight for the first overall pick, and who gets to be strategic with their keepers. We're going to tally everything up for you guys at home. Wow. That was the closest that it's been in the past 3 years that we've done the draft order this way. Just a 3 elimination difference between everybody. Can we get the after action report? No. Where's the after action report? Where's the after action report? AAR summary. Okay, we have it. That scared me. I thought we lost it all. I thought we didn't tab up and we were going to have to redo that. Then that would have really been a battle where people are telling me collusion is going on. That is not the case for today, so we are going to tally up all these kills, do it as quickly as possible. Pesky Median, represented by Gotza, with just 11 down there. He's not going to be happy with that. He's been at the back half of the draft very frequently. Henley with 23. That's big time for Kearns. I know he likes that. Davies is the commissioner with 20. Dory, Gino, 17. Sorry. D-Hack was Dory with 17. Gino was Carlton with 14. We are on track here. Kotari, who we failed to find for JDM a little bit, sits with 15 eliminations. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is the first for the blue team. Red team, Kendall with 26. That will be your 101. I will get into that in just a minute. Bernheim with 16 eliminations. Then we have Park with 14. Medved with 14. And also Demers with 14. Cannon at the bottom with 10. So now we break this down for the first overall pick. 26, Kendall. The Jokers, congratulations. You will have the 101 this year. Then we go down to 23 eliminations. Kearns, you're picking at the 2 spot. Next I see is 20. That is the commish at the 3 spot. Now we're going to have to get into the nitty gritty. After 20s, we go down to 17. Dory D-Hack picking at the 4 spot. A friendly reminder, everything is tradable. You gentlemen can trade picks however you want to do. You just can't trade those forced keepers that you have. Next lowest behind 17, 16 with Bernheim. Jay Lloyd is going to be in the 5 hole. Now we're getting into a little bit of the nitty gritty with ties and whatnot. Kotari with 15. Okay, Kotari is JDM right smack dab in the middle of the 6 hole. And then we get into this battle of the 15s where we're going to have to go to the KD ratio. So, okay, first one we had, no, it was 15. Now the ties are all at 14. So we had a .93 14, a .94. Okay, so we got a couple of .93s, and assists is the next tie break. It looks like Carlton has the tie break with assists. Yes, he does. Carlton with 15 assists and the .93 gets the 7 pick. So let's go back up here. Carlton has the 7. I want to confirm that. Carlton went 14 and 15. Next best was 14 and 15. 13 assists for Medved, 15 for Carlton. Carlton gets the 7. Medved gets the 8. So Medved is skimp with the 8. After that, that's a couple of 14s. Then the next elimination ratio at 14, we go 14 and 20, 14 and 20, but Park had 14 assists, so Park gets the 9 spot. After the 14 assists, down to the 10 assists, that is Demers, who will pick up the 10 pick, and then following that, we are down 11 eliminations. Gotza, pesky median, has the 11 pick, and Witness with the 12 pick. To recap everything on the leaderboard, we're going to go through this again for your first overall pick down the line. At the 101, it is the Jokers. 102, Kearns. 103, $10 cash out your commissioner. The 4 is D-Hack. 5, Jay Lloyd. 6, JDM. 7 is Gino. 8 is Skimp. 9 is Amsler. 10, Irishman. 11, Pesky Median. And 12 is Witness. We have decided the draft order for the 2025 Superflex Fiend season. Everybody make sure you pay your league fees to myself, and on top of that, keepers will lock a week before the draft so everybody can get mock drafts in a week prior to it and know what they want to do. I appreciate you all. As always, super stoked for the year. Closest match thus far, a 6 elimination difference, 100 to 94. Make sure you guys follow, subscribe. We will see you next year. Peace.